aka Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. We're going to go over some very crazy stories today. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Blood is hot, but your heart is cold.
All right, so we've got some very interesting stuff that we felt this was definitely due on the main channel. Also, just to let you know, we are going to accept only military calls right now. Now, that means if your brother, your cousin, your roommate is military, we will not accept the call. So don't blame Dex, who is screening tonight, if he doesn't accept your call. It is under my watch, and I'm telling him not to take anything except for active military. So even retired, if you're active and you're watching the show, please let us know if you have any opinions on this. So we're going to talk about here in a second USA versus China. Essentially, they just released a white paper that is a contingency plan for a battle in space. This isn't out of Star Wars. This is a real paper that basically goes over that. So we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to be talking about Pentagon announcing and giving us one-day notice on an emergency drill. Now, if you have kept track of some of the worst things that have ever happened, they've all kind of coincided with drills. So I wanted to go over that real quick as well. Again, they announced it, as far as our knowledge goes, today, and it starts tomorrow. This is a Pentagon emergency exercise. So, kind of short notice. Maybe if there is something out there that let us know before, let us know in the comments below. So we're going to go over this. We do have Dex screening. If we do not get any active military, then we just won't take calls. But what I will say is, if you're watching this afterwards, we're going to be doing another show on news about this, because we actually have some inside sources that we're going to go over on Monday on this channel. So not on the backup channel, Marfoogle TV, where the normal call-in show lives. So it says China outlines space war plans. And it says China's strategy for developing advanced space weapons were disclosed this week in Beijing's first defense white paper issued in years. It says the defense strategy report produced by the People's Liberation Army was made public Wednesday and drops earlier veiled references by bluntly identifying the United States as Beijing's main adversary that is undermining world peace. So they are essentially saying that we are the cause of all of the turmoil in the world. It says the report, part policy statement and part propaganda, also claims that the United States seeks, quote, absolute military superiority. It says, quote, the U.S. has adjusted its national security and defense strategies and adopted unilateral policies, the report said. It has provoked and intensified competition among major countries, significantly increased its defense expenditure, pushed for additional capacity in nuclear, outer space, cyber, and missile defense, and undermined global strategic stability. So they're basically saying because our president has put money back in the military, which, as you know, our previous one said strategic patience and basically let us sit there for 8 years and dwindled our military. Now this current one is gung-ho and he's just doing everything he possibly can, including adding an additional arms force, which is the Space Force, that will join the Army, military, Navy, National Guard, and everybody else. It says Chinese propaganda outlets sought to portray the white paper as furthering Beijing's questionable assertion that the large-scale buildup of conventional nuclear, space, and cyber weapons poses no threat. Now, I will tell you, this coincides with a piece of a very awesome chunk of knowledge that I received 6 months ago and as little as 1 month ago, that they were actually putting together a plan in space. Now, I didn't have enough to back it up, so I didn't say it, but now that we actually have proof of this white paper, they are actually contingency planning for the absolute scenario that I was told about. And this is something that basically what was told to me is at some point in the next few years, you are going to see not only stars and satellites in space, but you're going to see explosions and, you know, big bright lights blasting off, and you won't know what it is because they're going to keep it completely and utterly silent. Or at least that's what I'm saying. So that's at least what I've been told. So I thought that was kind of crazy, and from the person it came from, I 100% didn't doubt it at all. I just didn't have anything to go off except for that. And now that this actual white paper comes, which, by the way, active military heard about this as far as 6 months ago through different venues, through different emails and things like this. So they were told that they are planning, and that's hence why we even have the Space Force in the first place. There are things that go on that civilians do not know about, and we are here to try to bridge that gap. So again, there's a lot of things. I mean, think about the Navy changing their complete, you know, policy about UFOs and actually telling people, you know, hey, you're not going to be looked at like you're crazy. We want to know about everything in the sky, no matter what it is. Please report it. And that's because other countries have technologies that have advanced so far that we're talking about stuff that literally looks out of science fiction books. And again, we have that as well. Becky Phipps, thank you. I says, I wanted to buy your new coming little one a blanket. Oh, thank you, baby love. That's awesome. Thank you. Abrams 2000, welcome to the channel. Jerome Schlicker, 4 Siamese for me. Thank you guys for all coming. Okay, and just to let you guys know, we will also be going over to main channel as well to do this as well. So make sure to join me over there if you can. Okay, so let's see. This is snake-like UFOs seen across U.S. could be military craft used by Space Force. It says here, let's see here. I think we have an actual video that we could use here. It says DT and the first sighting of the mysterious object happened last month when YouTuber Cody Kennedy was stunned to discover a flashing light hovering above the Mojave Desert in California. 2 weeks later, renowned conspiracy theorist Blake Cousins uploaded footage to his YouTube channel, Third Phase of Moon, of a similar craft in the skies over Colorado. The object seemed to plunge to the ground before darting off at a right angle, elongating its shape like a snake in the process. And then just over a month after the first video, Blake published yet another clip of the shaped craft hovering over Washington. It could be the Space Force quote from Blake Cousins. It says the YouTube star who has been researching and analyzing UFO footage of stories for years has now revealed exclusively to Daily Star Online what he thinks they could be. It says this site asked the YouTuber whether they could be of military origin, to which he responded, absolutely reverse engineered in my opinion. So again, these are all things we know from mainstream media, that they are actually starting to cover these crazy, crazy crafts that are way faster than anything that we currently have publicly. And you've got pilots backing it up all over the place. Pilots saying that they see these things. You've got jet pilots that famously have seen these quick, small objects with no obvious form of propulsion. So there is something definitely weird going on. We've got the Pentagon to conduct an emergency response emergency. The Pentagon Force Protection Agency, or the PFPA, and allied partnered agencies will conduct a joint full-scale emergency response exercise, Agile Warrior, Saturday, July 27th. Agile Warrior is designed to evaluate response and recovery plans, training, and interagency coordination in the event of an all-hazards emergency incident at the Pentagon. It is not based on any current specific or credible threat. This event is not open to the public or media. If you see activities near the Pentagon, do not be alarmed. It is part of the exercise. Exercise activity will include police officers, firemen, and emergency first responders. So my point is why are they telling us the day before? And again, some of the worst events that have ever happened in our history have coincided, like September 2001, when they had jets on the other side of the country doing the same kind of drills of what was actually happening in real life on the opposite side of the countries. Hence, they were not able to catch the planes, or at least that's what they say. So again, this is very odd. I just wanted to let people know and give people a heads up. If you are active military, we are going to be taking the calls on the main channel. Obviously, we are over here as well. We're going to cover basically this and a couple of other things over there. So thank you guys. This was just a short to give you guys some of the information and give you a heads up about tomorrow. So I will see you guys over on Marfoogle News, the main channel. I hope you guys have a great night. Be safe. Be prepared, and Marf out.
You want to know what's going on? What's really going on when it happens? Go to MarfoogleNews.com and get Marfoogle alerts along with a Discord invitation where you can find your local state group and get together with the Foogle Fam. You'll find fast friends where you'll share prep and intel, and there's even special groups for former and current military. But don't try and steal the valor of those who have really served. It won't go well for you. The Marfoogle Fam is waiting for you.